Hello everyone, this is Mr. Matthew here, and today I will give you guys my reaction after having just seen today the brand new, newly released the Super Mario Galaxy movie. And to be frank, I really enjoyed this film. I really had a great time. There are so many things I wanna talk about this film, and I will get into them one by one. So here shall we go. Okay, so first off, this film is a part of the celebration for Mario's 40th anniversary. We did that in the opening of the film, where we see it's the 40th anniversary of Mario, and yeah, that's cool. Um, that is really awesome. Um, I'll start off a bit, just summarizing a little bit, and then I will inform you guys when there's a spoiler. Because yes, there is going to be a spoiler. I feel like it's better that I describe this movie with spoilers. So, you've been warned to you've been warned because there is gonna be I'm gonna spoil some stuff about this film. So yeah. Anyway, the movie starts off with Rosalina being in the Atomic Observatory where she gets attacked by Bowser Jr., who is in the middle it. So yeah, we get to see that Rosalina is gonna be trapped in this like big death machine that Bowser Jr. has, and he wants to use it to take over the world and also rescue his father, who we know Bowser was like turned mini in Peach's castle, and and in this movie, basically, one of the Lumalis informs Princess Peach about Rosalina's disappearance and that they need to rescue her. So Peach goes around on the journey with Toad to rescue Rosalina, while Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi take care of the Mushroom Kingdom. But then they take care of like the Mushroom Kingdom. There's a really cool scene. There's like a really cool shot of Peach and Toad going through the star launchers, and there's even a really cool montage of Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi. Speaking of, they meet Yoshi in Tostarina. So they meet Yoshi in like Tostarina, the Sand Kingdom for Mario Odyssey, where they see like the giant Ed, and we did a really cool montage of Yoshi going around Brooklyn, which I found really hilarious. There's even a Donkey Kong cameo in that montage, so that's really cool. Um, so there's a montage, when they're left alone in the Mushroom Kingdom, Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi, they do like some tasks, stop enemies and whatnot, and it seemed like after a level, which I thought was a really cool tool dad. It was a really cool dad here. Now the biggest praise, I will say this praise, one of my absolute biggest praises for this film is the animation and the actions scenes. The animation is vibrant, like the art direction is incredible in this film. There's so many beautiful shots, very photorealistic, very just expressive. I love, every detail around this film. So much like Mario craftsmanship in this world. It's just really cool, and I really loved everything about it. Also, this picture alone just looks so cool. I mean, look at Mario holding like like the present for Peach, which turns out to be the umbrella, and Luigi standing there with Yoshi wearing sunglasses. Like, I don't know, it's so cool. Anyway, so Bowser Jr. attacks the Peach's castle, and then they trash. When he's about to take it. Following their fight, they trash, and there's like we did like interactions between Mario and Bowser, where Bowser wants to like prove that he's like becoming good and whatnot, becoming better, and we get to see like his relationship with Bowser Jr. And I really enjoyed the interactions between him and Bowser Jr. Not gonna lie, and I liked seeing Bowser try to be like, oh, he's with the heroes, and he even like sacrifices himself for the Honey Queen, where he becomes like a slave for them because because he wants to like let Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi get past. So that's really cool. And he even did stated by Bowser Jr. in the end when we did to see them reuniting, which I thought was really like awesome to watch, and I loved it. Speaking of which, um, So yeah, Peach and and Toad, they actually end up fighting Wart. Yeah, so Wart is in this movie, and like I said, the action scenes are really great. Some of the action scenes I want to highlight are the montage of Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi like defeating all those enemies. The action scene between Peach and Wart and his minions, I thought that was really cool. Um, even the end action scene, which I'll get into later, I thought was really awesome. You know, there's like an action montage which I thought was really great. I really loved everything here. Um, so yeah, so then um we actually did to Peach the way to the gateway like there's like it's themed around like an airport, and there's like multiple like references to non Mario characters. So you did like the references to Nintendo stuff, but it's not, but it's like from outside the Mario, from like outside the Mario franchise. Like the biggest like we have Rob. There's like the scene where there's like Rob, you know, the robot, and then there's the Pikmin, and there is, you know, it Fatima Cloud, and Fatima Cloud isn't in a cameo or anything. He's actually like a pretty integral member in this film, and and I have to say I was honestly really surprised and shocked at like how that like he turned out to be like a significant member of the film. I always held that Fatima Cloud is just gonna be like a cameo or something, but no, and he even has like more screen time than Rosalina now that I think of it. So yeah, which is really surprising to me that that Fatima Cloud, a non-Maori character, has more screen time than Rosalina. But anyway, so they go in, they team up, they try to take Bowser, but then they trash, and we get a montage of Mario and Luigi turning into babies for a minute, and Yoshi having to rescue them from this dinosaur, which was really cool. And it offered some really funny jokes. And I have to say, the jokes in this movie were quite hilarious. I actually found myself laughing at a lot of like really fun quips here. There's like some really fun quips I found myself laughing here. Especially there's like this scene where Bowser's tail gets hit, you know, in the door, which I found really funny. There's even like scenes where Yoshi and Luigi made fun of Mario like trying to confess to Peach, like, you know, like he's having like these feelings towards Peach, and like they're kind of making fun of him for, which were really hilarious. And I actually found myself really like, you know, little moments. I found myself, hey, being like cool Easter eggs, cool references, and there's some really funny moments here and there. So yeah, I will say that I do understand that some people are definitely like when it comes to this movie, you know, they're not going to feel much of it, and you know that's completely fine. I do respect any opinion anyone has in the film. You know, I did it. You know, most people are probably not gonna think this film is high art or something, but to me personally, I don't really mind that. You know, I'm pretty easy when it comes to Mori content. Even if yeah, the writing isn't the best, or nada, or you know, or you know, some character moments could have been better. I still think that the film overall was pretty solid. You know, it was pretty fun. It was pretty engaging, and yeah, and and now let's get into the climax of the film. I honestly think that the climax was honestly was like really amazing to watch. Like I think that the final battle with them going into like Bowser Jr.'s big planet, Fatima Cloud writing the Comet Observatory was really cool, blasting through, and we did like a really cool action scene between Mario and Peach in the fire, and you know, avoiding the fires, which is really cool. You know, jumping from those like fire lavas, and and then also there's like them in the bridge against Bowser, which actually ends up with him falling into the lava and turning into Dry Bowser. So yeah, Dry Bowser is in this movie, and his look is phenomenal. Like they did his bones dry, the flame. It's just awesome. And we also did to see Bowser Jr. turning into like a Fury form, which is cool. There's like he turns into like two forms, like one of which is like Wonder in the beginning of the film. He turns into like the Wonder form, and then he has the Fury form, which I thought was amazing. Um, so yeah, that was really cool. Uh, then we did then we did a really cool climatic battle where Peach goes inside to save Rosalina. I forgot to mention a connection between Peach and Rosalina. the movie reveals that they're actually sisters. So yeah, the Peach backstory was that she's actually a sister of Rosalina, and Rosalina sent her to the pipe to end up in the Mushroom Kingdom to avoid her from getting into danger. So yeah, um, Peach. So yeah, Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi fight Bowser and Bowser Jr. And there's like some really cool references. There's like the scene where Yoshi uses the brush and he has like the Demon Watch die. You know the Demon Watch Blood Territor. Well, I'll look up his name later, but yeah, um, yeah, they have that appear in the movie and fight Bowser Jr., which is really cool. And there's even a scene where Bowser Jr. summons the dragon from Odyssey from the Rune Kingdom, which I thought was awesome. Like the loot was great, and there's even power ups like Luigi turning into Cloud. The drill mushroom from Mario Wonder is here. There's a cloud mushroom from Galaxy 2, which Mario uses, and the balloon Yoshi. You know the balloon Yoshi from Galaxy 2 fruit, which is really cool. Um, which is really cool. I really loved the way the final battle played out, and everything got restored. With Rosalina and Peach teaming up, and the whole world turning green, and also yeah, the castle got destroyed in the end, but they rebuilt it, and it was really cool. I think that some of the scenes were really funny. There was like some really fun stuff, fun interactions, fun Easter eggs, and overall, I really really loved every moment of this film. It was awesome. It was engaging, and I really really tend and I really loved this experience. So yeah, the Super Mario Galaxy movie was awesome. Great to review this movie. 3 years after the first movie, I reviewed that first movie where it was like back in July when I started this channel, and now I'm here reviewing the sequel 3 years later. Man, what a ride that was! All right, we should talk about and there's also and I forgot to mention there's also the 8-bit scenes. There's like an 8-bit scene where Mario and Peach go through it, which is really that go through the flower action the fire action scene, which is really cool. And there's also the 16-bit scene where they rebuild the castle, which is awesome. There's like the 16-bit Mario Maker reference, which is really cool. Um, and also, we did the post-credit scenes. So one post-credit scenes revolved around Bowser and Bowser Jr. ended up in jail, and there's a Luma Lee from the first movie, like shutting them up. So yeah. Then there's the second post-credit scene, which reveals a character, and that character is Princess Daisy. So yeah, I have a feeling Daisy's gonna appear in the next film, which is really awesome. So yeah, like one of those Monties, the Monty who stole Toad's backpack earlier. He steals like someone else, and Princess Daisy punches him and shows up. Yeah, which honestly had me really, really, really amazed. So yeah, I'm really, really I am really impressed with this film. I really loved the art direction, loved the scope of it. There's some really cool scores. I was also surprised there's no licensed music. There's not much like there's only one scene that had licensed music, and that's it. Like the rest of the movie is very licensed music free. So yeah, I was actually really surprised by that. Um, Anyway, yeah, I really loved the Easter eggs. Really loved the strobe. Really loved the visuals here, and overall, even if this movie has more like references with other games and isn't really direct one-on-one with the Super Mario Galaxy theme, it still managed out to be a really good sequel in my opinion, and managed to really like raise the stakes higher. And I really enjoyed a lot of the a lot of the settings here. So yeah, overall, this is Mr. Matthew. I enjoyed the film, and I also have to speak one more thing before I leave, and that is the Mario Wonder Meetup in Belleville part. So if it doesn't know, I have played it. I'll probably make a video on it. But yes, I have played Meetup in Belleville part, and it's awesome. Loved the Tupolins bosses. The new Tupolins bosses were awesome. They were a significant improvement over the Bowser Jr. bosses, and and the extra content they added was really great. You know, like the smiles, like the extra smile icons, the flowers, the training camps. You know, there's like training sections. You know, challenges which are really great. And I've yet to try out the attraction central because one of them has online and multiplayer, which is not something I play too often. But I won't. But I might consider doing it. So yeah. Anyway, that is all I have to say regarding that. And with that, that is the Super Mario Galaxy movie. A very fun, very amusing movie that I really enjoyed a minute of, and I cannot wait to see what's more with this franchise, with this world, moving forward. So yeah, this is Mr. Matthew. Take care, everybody. Love your, be the best of yourselves. Enjoy life, and have a peaceful day, everybody. I'll see you later. Have a peaceful day.